We're all human, which unfortunately means we're not invincible. And being our human selves, we've all scraped a knee, gotten a headache, or had some other type of mild but still inconvenient pain. Well, when most people get these types of mild pains, they turn to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, also known as NSAIDs. These types of medications include commonly known pills like ibuprofen or aspirin and help relieve pain in our everyday lives without us having to go to a doctor to get a prescription painkiller. NSAIDs work by preventing the enzyme cyclooxygenase from functioning to its full ability. Cyclooxygenase, or COX1, comes in two forms, COX1 and COX2. Both of these enzymes have multiple varying functions. However, NSAIDs work by inhibiting both COX1 and COX2's production of a lipid compound called a prostaglandin. Prostaglandins have many functions, but for this video, we'll only focus on a couple of those functions. First, they are produced at sites of damage or infection. Here, they cause inflammation, which is part of the healing process. Along with inflammation, however, comes pain. That's why NSAIDs inhibit the function of COX1 and 2. Without these enzymes functioning properly, they cannot produce as many prostaglandins, and therefore not as much inflammation, and therefore not as much pain. Prostaglandins are also a major player in the embryonic implantation process. So, with a lack of prostaglandins, there is a much higher chance of abnormal implantation or unsuccessful implantation, which often leads to miscarriages. However, some people turn to acetaminophen instead of NSAIDs. They both produce similar reductions in pain, but acetaminophen only inhibits pain signals made by prostaglandins without reducing inflammation. While NSAIDs and acetaminophen are extremely convenient, they have been gaining more criticism from medical specialists throughout the years, especially when taken by women who are pregnant and or trying to conceive. This is because NSAIDs and acetaminophen affect the functioning of prostaglandins, which, as we know, are crucial to embryonic implantation. Many researchers have been taking this information into studies to try to truly understand these medications as well as their relationships with pregnancy. In a study done by the Kaiser Foundation Research Institute of Northern California, almost 1,100 pregnant women were studied. These women were broken up into three groups: women who took NSAIDs, women who took acetaminophen, and women who took no painkillers. Over time, the researchers compared the information of the members of the study that had a miscarriage. These results confirm that NSAIDs were the culprit in almost all of the miscarriages. When compared to the acetaminophen group and the unexposed group, the NSAID group held the highest number of miscarriages. By looking even closer at the data, the researchers found that the more doses of NSAIDs that a woman took, the more likely she was to undergo a miscarriage. This research does not confirm, but strongly suggests that NSAIDs can be detrimental to successful embryonic implantation. With all of this information, researchers and doctors are setting themselves up to produce more studies to confirm their hypotheses, to work with women to prevent any unwanted miscarriages, and to allow for healthy and successful pregnancies. Thanks.